I be popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance. Like, hey. Flexing on the gram like, hey. Hit that Lil Jon, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping and finesse and getting paid.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off. When I walk with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming on my confidence, I'm blaming on your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Now slow it down for me, baby. 'Cause I love the way it feels when we grind. Yeah, our connection's so magnetic on the floor. Nothing can stop us tonight. When I'm walking with you, I watch the whole room change. Baby, that's what you do. No, my baby don't play. Blaming on my confidence, I'm blaming on your measurements. Shut down on sight. That's right. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know. We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know it. Fellas, grab your ladies if your lady fine.
We're an unusual kind of people.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Man, what a season we've had so far. Tip-off coming up shortly from Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors will be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City. They dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. A chance tonight to see Klay Thompson do his thing. Clearly one of the best shooters in the game. Can also be a little streaky. Shaq, your thoughts?
You know, he has his cold stretches, Ernie. However, when he gets hot, he can fill it up as fast as anyone.
Underrated because he's a terrific defender. You know, he's always guarding the toughest guy on the perimeter. I think that might take away from his offense at times. And every slow night offensively, he still can help you win.
Standing by with the play-by-play, we get it down to Kevin Harlan.
Kevin!
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. First game back in Golden State for the Warriors. They're ready to play. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
These are two clubs that know each other well, the strengths and the weaknesses. It's going to be a tactical battle.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
You love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80, 90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start, and then also they usually can sustain throughout the entire year.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready? And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's George in at the small forward. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a three-point game.
Oh! And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
To the inside, it's tipped. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
Bounce pass from Durant. Looney passes to Thompson. Durant, wide open, he fires. No good, unable to end this run. And George, here we go, makes it off the glass. George has got 9.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Durant kicks it to Looney. Inside, Jerebko, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Thompson outside. Inside. Looney with the bucket.
Terrific work inside from Looney. He continues to get more comfortable down there.
Here's Westbrook. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Durant deciding where to go with it. Looney with the bucket.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Adams finds Grant. Back to Adams. Here's Westbrook. And the rejection by Iguodala.
And Iggy demonstrating his trademark defense yet again. Just a sensational shot blocker.
Pass to Jerebko. Back to Iguodala. Passes it to Looney. Durant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the fouls.
Kevin Durant last season becoming the second youngest player in NBA history to score 20,000 career points, trailing only LeBron James. That's elite company.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And you think KD has an outside chance to set the all-time scoring record?
I do. I wouldn't put it past him. Height and shooting touch are 2 things that you don't lose with age.
Durant nails both of them.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Here's Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots. Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
George, no good. Warriors trail by 3. Down low, here's Iguodala. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Even with the D in Iggy's grill, he still knocks down those looks. He's been in this league for a while, and he is comfortable rising up and burying contested shots.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here. Well, a high level of scrutiny for this Warriors team. Last season, they led the league in technicals and ejections. Smitty, how important is it for them to get a handle on that?
Well, it's not a good look for them, but they have some competitors, but you have to challenge in the right way. Play with poise, and they're fine when they're on the court.
Chance here to check out the stats for Paul George. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 3rd in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And it's his lightning-quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also, his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Stolen by George. And George with the stuff.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Here's Durant, and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
With his size, KD almost unstoppable from mid-range.
Here's Grant, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Golden State. And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
That free throw missing.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
And he misses the second one as well. Look at that jam!
Nice!
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree.
And letting the guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Iguodala, the pass to Thompson. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's George. Count it. Good. George has got 15.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Yarebko, the pass to Iguodala. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Westbrook with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And that's now 6 points for Iguodala.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing, just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
That one drops for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Durant dishes to Thompson. Pass to Iguodala. A 3-ball. His first miss, now 3 of 4 from the field. Here's Westbrook. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, 10 seconds.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Spurs.
You know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
The second person, 13.
Oklahoma City on D. They lead by 11. Thompson is double. Here's Iguodala.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game. Just doing the job on the backboard.
For the finish, and he jams it with authority.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
And Thompson kicks to Yarebko. Thompson outside. To the middle. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Well, there's where Thompson's underrated vision comes into play. That's an excellent find.
It's stolen by Yarebko. Durant against George. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They get it again. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. 6 points for Steven Adams.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Some changes for Golden State. Damian Jones is checked in for Looney. Livingston comes in for Yarebko. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Oklahoma City, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Alex Abrinas comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot. And this one was uncontested.
And there's the pass to Livingston. Cook. And it's sent back by George.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Assist goes
Steve, you think about Coach Steve Kerr as a player, the 50th pick in 1988, and for his career, the best three-point percentage in NBA history.
I played with him and I played against him. Always had to know where he was on the floor. The perfect coach for this sharpshooting team.
11 feet away, and that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got his first 2 points of the night.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Cook, the pass to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. 3 on the clock, and it's in there.
That takes poise, patience, and vision. Great pass by Kevin Durant.
Abrinas kicks to George. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. With this break in the action, here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top passing teams in the league. The Warriors, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. Down by 12. It's stolen by Schroeder. A second chance effort. Abrinas with a bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Golden State's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Thompson with it. George picks him up. Durant against George. And that one drops. And it's 8 points for Kevin Durant.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
The Thunder leading by 12. The drive by Schroeder. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Schroeder has speed to burn, but also has a great feel for finding angles to convert on the drive.
Livingston, that's good.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And you know what? They were forced to go deep into their bench due to foul trouble, and that one didn't work out well.
Well, anytime you have to change up your rotation, it can disrupt the flow.
For 3, Durant. It's hauled in by George.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And the layup is good. George has got 21 in the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Thompson throws it down.
The reach and vertical of Thompson on full display with the rim rocking dunk.
Pass to Abrinas. Here's Patterson. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
And Durant gets it to go, the assist from Cook. And that's 10 points for Kevin Durant.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
He gets that one. And the Thunder lead by 16.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. And the 3 off target.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Here's George. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Back to Livingston. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Patterson welcomes contact inside. He's looking to get to the line down there.
Oklahoma City shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
He's off on the first.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
And the second free throw, good. A look from Durant. Great look, but off the mark.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Oklahoma City. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We've got more in store for you right after this. Since coming to the Warriors, Kevin Durant says he's enjoyed playing for Steve Kerr.
I think he just gets it. You know, you get around people in this life, whether it's players or coaches, who are stuck in this bubble of basketball and don't realize it's almost a fantasy world. And then you get guys like Steve Kerr who realize what's really important in life and that we're really, really blessed to be playing this game.
And Steve Kerr has seen it all on the basketball court. In a worldly perspective, Greg, off of it, he's not going to become a prisoner of the moment.
Keeping the right perspective really so important. You see why guys like KD love playing for him.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
You know, sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
Klay Thompson is out there with Durant. Then there's Livingston. Then it's Jones. And it's Cook in at the one spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. That's good from Schroeder. More and more teams are emphasizing the transition game, Steve. What do you think it takes to be successful at that?
No, I think it comes down in a transition game if you have players, not just the point guard or the guy assigned to handling the basketball the most, when you have a lot of unselfish players. And what I mean by that is not a lot of guys can pass. You'd love to have that, Kevin, but also guys that will run and understand they won't get the bucket, but because they run and take a defender, that they allow a driving lane for their teammate to be able to score.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Felton. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Warriors trail by 15. Down low, here's Durant. And it's Noel with the rebound. Patterson against Durant. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 7.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
Durant with it. Patterson's there. Count it.
And the second chance points aren't easy to come back. It's all about effort and hard work, and he has today made it look easy.
That's a carryover from the way he played in their last game. All-out energy plays on his way to a huge performance.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Grant, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Warriors have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Durant. Durant's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here's Abrinas, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a look here at the shot chart for George.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
The first one falls, and the Warriors with some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Jones, and it's Iguodala in for Durant. Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. And he makes both free throws.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Here's Looney, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Nice to see Looney getting involved with the slam there. An athletic player who provides some muscle for them around the rim.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Golden State. For Oklahoma City, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. The first free throw is good. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Warriors trail by 15. To the middle, here's Looney, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing, being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
And the post-up game losing favor around the NBA, Steve, but for point guard Sean Livingston, that's his bread and butter.
First, he has a size advantage most every night, and then he loves to get down there in the block. He has the vision to punish teams for trying to dig or double team him when he's scoring.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
Shot on the wing. Kept alive. Noel now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
You know, I wonder, where's the passion? You can't afford a no-show here on the defensive glass.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Steve, we're seeing a lot of big contracts that include a no-trade clause. Just how much peace of mind does that give a player to know that clause is in that contract?
Kevin, I'm so jealous. I wish I had a no-trade clause on a lot of my teams. Some of those teams I got traded from, I didn't want to go, and I think it does, like you said, give these players a peace of mind to understand they are in control of their destiny. And then you can see sometimes it gets a little ugly when the organization wants to trade those players, but they can't.
Well, it basically handcuffs an organization. They can't make the moves like the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony. They were tied up a lot of the times because he would say, no, I don't want to go to that particular team.
Yeah, and the Knicks, they only can fault themselves. They gave him the no-trade clause.
Right. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Thunder.
it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Jeremy Grant. First personal foul, team's first.
Here's Looney. He's got 10. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Livingston, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Thunder leading by 15. Here's Westbrook. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Here's Livingston. That one wide left.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. 19-point game. Passes it to Jerebko. Back to Cook. Lays it up and banks it in. Cook's got 6 points.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
And Westbrook, here we go. Add another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
6 to shoot. Pass to Looney. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Grant. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Cook kicks to Livingston. To the paint. Here's Jerebko. The shot, no good.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 10 points in the quarter.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in. The Thunder leading by 23. Here's Westbrook. And yes, it's good. 18 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Cook, the pass to Looney. Looking to end the run. And it's Cook missing. Oklahoma City shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Tries again, and it's good on the layup.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
The pass to Looney. Back to Cook. Iguodala outside. Pass to Looney. He kicks to Livingston. Knocked loose and stolen by Noel. Ferguson, the pass to Adams. To the middle. Ball stolen. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Passes to Livingston. And here is Jerebko. Poked loose. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ferguson. And there's the big-time jam. Slams it right over Jerebko.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the middle, here's Livingston. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. And here's Livingston. He has 6. Iguodala dishes to Jerebko. And here they come. Adams' shot is off.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. George is checked in. Here's Oklahoma City. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Thunderball.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Golden State. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, there's the Thunder, sitting there 4 spots below.
And, well, for the Warriors, they've had just the kind of season you knew they were capable of. I mean, they've got all the talent in the world, but how about maximizing it to the fullest?
That's been the key. This coaching staff knows what their strengths are. They play to those strengths. That's how they've gotten the most out of their talent.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And the Warriors with some changes. Damian Jones comes in for Urebko. And it's Kevin Durant in for Cook. George, no good.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And Looney sends it back.
The tenacity of Looney there, swatting the shot back and showing off his defensive chops.
Adams against Thompson. To the paint, trying to find Jones. He gets it to him, and no good that time. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for them.
They are winning the battle in transition. Look for them to keep pushing the tempo.
Thompson outside. It's Durant on the wing. Launches a three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Westbrook. 29 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
Thunderball.
And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And that game against the Hawks, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
And there it is for him. Jones has got 6 here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
And he was one of many big names in free agency this past summer. Paul George, a huge part of that. But, you know, Greg, he didn't take long to make his decision.
Many expected George to maybe jump to the Lakers. Had been saying it was his dream to play in L.A. for over a year. But credit Westbrook and the Thunder. They won him over. He was one of the first signings in free agency to re-up with OKC.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alex Abrinas comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And both free throws good for Paul George. Here's Thompson. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one.
He has flat out dominated this quarter, hitting shots at will, yet they still find themselves behind.
Buries the jumper to finish the break. Thompson's got 9 points.
Lock up D from Iggy, keeping his hands active there.
It's deflected. Patterson finds Adams. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. That one good for 2.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Outside for Durant. From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. George. A second chance effort. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
And the Warriors with possession here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Thompson. The 3 drills the three-pointer. He's got 12.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
George against Durant. And there's Paul George on the assist by Patterson.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Now the feed to Durant. Lays it up off the glass. Durant's got 22 points.
I mean, another one for KD. Terrific scoring night, even for him.
And George, here we go. And so it's Oklahoma City, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 31 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
I tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
There were some great Kodak moments there for sure. Hopefully, we'll see some more in this second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. So for Oklahoma City right now, Patterson is the 4 with Adams in the middle. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's George in at the small forward position. And it's Durant missing. On the wing, George, defended by Durant, got that one up quick. George has got the first field goal of the second half for Oklahoma City. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Durant kicks to Jerebko. Back to Durant. Lays it up off the glass. Durant's got 24 points.
Attacking the heart of the defense, Durant on the finishing end of a smart play design.
And Westbrook, here we go. Bucket is good.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple shots. You are in rhythm.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Outside Durant. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Jerebko. Shoots over Patterson. And that one hits back iron. Thunder shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. George with the bucket.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
To the paint. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Iguodala left side. Over Westbrook. Iguodala. No good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's George. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 37 points for Paul George.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
It's stolen by Adams. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 26 points for Russell Westbrook. The Warriors have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low, here's Thompson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Klay Thompson came ready-made to the NBA as far as his three-point shooting goes, Steve, but what impresses you most with how he's developed the rest of his game?
Well, he was a shooter. Now he's a scorer. He can post up, he can knock it down from the mid-range, and he can make plays off the dribble now. You can tell he spent a lot of time on his footwork.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
You know, Klay Thompson has the perfect mentality for a shooter. No fear, no conscience. Just routine, repetition, and a hunger to be great.
And it's good off the back rim and in. Thompson's got 16 points.
Excellent touch from the mid-range. Klay Thompson's jump shot, it's good from anywhere.
Wasted no time on that one. 39 points for George. And Smitty Thompson not easily distracted when he's shooting.
Well, growing up, he used to shoot all day in the rain. His dad played for the Blazers. Whatever his surroundings, he finds that calm in the storm.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think in some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come out and be able to pick the MVP because these are the players that are going up against these guys. I also would love to see where we have more of the defensive player of the year during the offseason, the rookie of the year in the offseason, obviously giving out more of those awards for the playoffs as well.
And you got to, of course, be aware of it becoming a popularity contest, too.
Yes, totally.
a moment to check out the stats for Kevin Durant. The past month has been surreal, averaging about 27 points a game, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Here's George. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Durant for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Durant's got 27 points.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
And he makes that one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And Adams sends it back, and he gets it back. But he stays with it.
The effort from Looney on the offensive glass, a hustle player who really wills himself out there.
It's stolen by Jerebko. Looney passes to Jerebko. There's the double team with Westbrook. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's George missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Durant, no good. George against Durant. That's good for George on the assist by Grant. Grant's got his 4th assist in this one. Looney kicks to Cook. The pass to Jerebko. Inside, Durant lays it up and banks it in. He's got 29 points.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Adams' shot is good.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's George. That one, no good. Great D that time from Durant. Let's go. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
George, no good. The Warriors have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Cook kicks it to Looney. Outside Durant from downtown. It's good from long range. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Damian Jones is checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. And then for Oklahoma City, Nerlens Noel checks in for Paul George. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Here is Livingston. 6 points for him. Cook the pass to Jerebko. No good from Durant. Right side, Felton. Here's Noel. Here's Adams. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
And so Grant will bring it up for Oklahoma City. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Pass to Jones. Here's Jerebko. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jerebko's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
From the baseline. Second shot opportunity. And it's in off the backboard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Jones with the stuff.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Livingston with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Alex Sabrinas has checked in for Steven Adams. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
Now first the Dipset split up, then the Zillia Banks leave Twitter, and now you hating on nickel. I just been the same stand-up since the day I came in this game, and I just come in here to stay till I'm crippled. I'm a combination of Kane, G-Rap, Reggie Noble, and James, who still has a
And now on the 2K leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the best free throw shooting teams in the league. Second, the Warriors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want a foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
The Thunder have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Passes to Cook. Kicks to Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And for the Warriors, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. From 18 feet away. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Durant's got 36.
You talk scores, nobody does it better than KD. He'll go down with the greats.
Abrinas with a bucket.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Durant kicks to Livingston. Back to Durant. Another 3 for Golden State.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Here's Grant, and the layup is good. Grant's got 6 points.
Taking a workmanlike approach inside. That's the shot you want.
Golden State's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Pass to Jerebko. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Felton. It's rebounded by Golden State. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Warriors. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Durant trying to break free.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Here's Patterson. The rebound by Cook. The Warriors shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. To the middle, here's Durant, and he comes up with the deuce. Durant's got 41.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
And it's Schroeder missing. And so here is Golden State. Cook, good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
A 3-ball, and that one's good. Noel's got 9 points here in the second half.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. 8 points for him. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Nerlens Noel. His second person, 4th team.
Here's Jones. Noel knocks it away. And he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 6. Cook. But they'll get another chance. Here's Durant. And at last, they get one to fall. Durant's got 43 points. Here's Noel. Off the left rim and out. Warriors shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Jones slams it in.
Nice interior passing. And then the strong finish.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Felton can't get it to go. Golden State's gone 4 of 6 from 3-point land since the start of the second half. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Livingston, no luck. Oklahoma City shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. A baseline J. It's rebounded by Durant. All alone. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Everybody talks about the 3-ball, but Sean Livingston understands his game. The mid-range game, he's a master at it.
And Durant sends it back. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Bell. Livingston is out there with Evans. And it's McKinney in at the 3. That's the Warriors' 5. And here's Golden State. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
To the left side wing. Banked in off the glass.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
And so it's Golden State with it. Evans finds Livingston. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
To the middle, here's Bell. And again, no good by Golden State. It's stolen by Bell. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Aprinas. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
No problems knocking that one down.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Livingston passes to McKinney. And Bell kicks to Livingston. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. There's the pass to McKinney. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Aprinas, no good on that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's McKinney. And the wide open shot from Evans. And it's off the back rim, no good. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Aprinas' shot is off. McKinney kicks to Evans. Over Noel. Goes back up. Bell's shot is good.
And how about the ferocity of Bell? It's admirable. He crashes the boards with such an animalistic nature.
Outside, Felton. In the corner, it's Patterson. Noel passes to Nader. Collects the 2-pointer near the hoop. Nader's got 8 points in the quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to McKinney. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. The offensive rebound, he gets that one.
Nerlens.
17 points for Nerlens Noel.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage, bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there, not a lot of solutions.
Here's Nader. It's tipped. Livingston looking for the opening. To the inside. Here's McKinney. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out, Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Jeremy Grant.
To the middle. Felton dishes to Patterson. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision-making there.
Feeds to Bell. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
and he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Took him no time at all on that one. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for the Golden State Warriors. McKinney, great pass to set up the lay-in.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
To the inside, it's stolen by Bell. Now here's Livingston. He's covered closely. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Sean Livingston at 6'7", leaking out in the break. Long strides gave him the advantage to finish at the bucket.
Patterson can't get it to go.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
McKinney kicks to Livingston. Here's Bell, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Love the ball movement by Sean Livingston, quickly getting the ball over to his shooters.
Grant, that's good.
And that little flare is letting the other side know they did nothing to stop him.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Yep, that one goes in there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Abrinas. Bell with the block. Inside, here's McKinney. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Abrinas. Doesn't go that time. And Golden State will come the other way. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. Oklahoma City leading by 21. And Westbrook, here we go. And finished off by Westbrook.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Durant, the pass to Looney. Golden State moving it around. Fires, high post. The rebound by Grant. The Thunder shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. That one good for 2.
Timeout.
George has got 45 points.
He just said, hey, put the team on my back, and I'm going to take you the rest of the way.
Timeout called the Warriors. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
And the Warriors making a change here. McKinney's checked in. And it's Cook with the ball for Golden State. Shoots the three. McKinney, no good. Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's George. It's deflected. Here's McKinney. Fires the three. That shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And George, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
And George drops them both. When you look at today's NBA salaries, Steve, do you feel the responsibility to learn financial management falls mostly on the players, or should the league do even more to help them find out about what they're going to do with all this money?
You know, I think it's the responsibility of both. I think the Players Association and also the NBA, and I think organizations as well. I think you look at it, we're all involved to get a chance to help these youngsters. It's not easy for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old to become a millionaire overnight. That's just not something that you're used to, and handling that, it has been a problem for some players in the past.
Down low, stolen by Grant. Stripped away. Thompson outside. Here's Cook. Thunder with the rebound. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Is it any surprise that he's been hitting everything out there? You want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Here's Thompson. Here is Cook. Pass to Thompson. To the inside, McKinney. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Adams. And that's now 37 points for Russell Westbrook. Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Cook kicks it to Looney. Stolen by Westbrook. By himself. And finished off by Westbrook. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. Oh, terrific pick. Then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
And on the other side, that's an annoying miscue. Total lack of focus. A nice job of converting, But what really makes this play, the league pass.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Damian Jones is checked in for Kevon Looney. The Thunder also changing it up. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Paul George. Alex Abrinas comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Here is Cook. 1:29 left in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Oklahoma City.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
What you like about his approach at the offensive end today, once he got into a rhythm, he stayed focused. That's why the points just kept coming.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
And the turnover again by Oklahoma City. We've got 1:08 left in the game. Open shot, Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And that's 18 points for Klay Thompson. Shoots from the baseline. That's good on the jump shot.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here's Abrinas. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. McKinney kicks to Thompson. There's the triple. Drops in the tray.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
Plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're leading by 27. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I'm not questioning that either, but he clearly hasn't given up on this one quite yet.
Felton finds Adams. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Livingston. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Adams' shot is good.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
And he's not going to back off. Even with that big lead, he's going to get more motivated to keep stretching out their lead.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Sean Livingston at the line for two.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Livingston is a very reliable free throw shooter, coming in with a career average of almost 80%.
Both good from the line that time. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Felton, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Outstanding game tonight. And I always wonder what it's like when you really are feeling good out there and how that shows up on the floor.
Man, this got to be one of the best games I played. It just seemed like I couldn't miss. And my teammates found me. They made it easy for me. And, shots finally fell for me.
Yes, I know that phrase is in the zone. Looked like you were living there tonight. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.